Hello and welcome to the RTS Toolkit tutorial series. In this episode I'm gonna tell you about different AI settings which have been added in the last update. I should mention that AI subsystem uses environment queries system, so you should enable it in your editor preferences and restart editor after that. Let's start with spawning AI units. Firstly, we need to place base player character in the level. Change its faction if you want to and set AI controller class to RTS AI controller. Now we can go to AI subsystem/general and add AI unit spawner to the world. Choose controller class, unit class, faction and choose appropriate AI character we've just added. That's it, but we actually already have 2 AI workers by default, so I'm gonna delete new ones. If we launch the game and press Alt+2 to change faction, we should see our AI workers. Now let's open RTS AI controller and look at the settings we have. Firstly, there are building thunks and building thunk count classes arrays. Basically, building thunk is a building that should be built, and thunk condition is a condition for that building. To add new building thunk, you should specify building class, build ability name or ID, check a flag if it's a repeatable building. It means that a building can be built several times and not only once. And check another flag if it is a first need building. It means that workers will not care about other buildings until first need building is built. To create new thunk condition, you should go to AI subsystem/thunk conditions and create new child of thunk condition blueprint. Here you should override check condition function. For example, I can check if my townhouse has level 2. Now I could specify new condition for any building, so my workers will build this building only if I have level 2 townhouse. It is important that conditions array should be the same size as building thunks array. If there is no condition for building, you should just keep condition class none. Next setting is building ability thunks and building abilities count classes. These two are similar with the previous ones. Building ability thunks are abilities which should be used by buildings like upgrades, recruiting and others. To add new building ability, you should specify RTS building class which should use the ability name or ID itself, and again is repeatable and first need flags. You can also specify thunks classes if you need. There is also one similar setting, perk thunks with perk count classes. Here you can specify perk class and perk ID and also check if it's a first need perk. Next settings are located under Units tab. There is worker unit classes, where you should specify your worker classes, which are human and horde worker by default. There is also Units AI controller classes map, where you should specify AI unit controller for every unit class. They will be used for recruiting. Next up is combat, and there are several important settings. There is enemy classes priority map, where you should specify priority for different units. AI units will attack enemies with higher priority. Next setting are max unit attack range and main building class. They are quite straightforward. Other settings here are aggressive mode settings. In passive mode, AI units are just trying to defend their base, but when AI units go into aggressive mode, they are trying to destroy enemy main building. Also, every unit and building now has war score and science score, so there is aggressive mode advantage percentage, and if AI war score is bigger than players war score plus science score by aggressive mode advantage percent, AI units will go into aggressive mode. There is also aggressive mode units amount percentage setting, which indicates how many units will go into aggressive mode. If it is set to 0.5, then 50% of units will go into aggressive mode. There is also aggressive mode delay setting. AI will wait at least that amount of seconds before going aggressive. Finally, there is a resource gathering multiplier setting. It indicates multiplier for any resources which are gathered by AI. Now, if I wanna create new AI unit controller, I should just create a child of RTS unit controller. Here I can specify abilities which should be used by AI by setting ability class and ability ID. I can also specify ability condition. Also, every combat ability now has AI find best target function, and you can override it if you need. Here you have possible targets array as input, and you should return best target depends on your needs. By default, it returns target with minimum health. AI units use behavior trees. There are two trees, one for combat units and one for workers. I should also mention that AI subsystem only works for single player mode. If you wanna switch to multiplayer mode, you should delete AI character and AI unit spawners from map and place simple units with appropriate faction. That's it. If you have any question, you can ask me in Discord or send me an email.